Okay, quick video for myself, Harvey Goldman. No cuts, no edits, no filters, and no hair. So today's video is really just a very quick one about surviving 2025 on a budget. This is really going to be the hard truths about cutting costs. So we know that the cost of living isn't going away. Most budgeting advice is pretty useless because obviously it's specific to any individual's own situation. But here is what actually is going to work for you in 2025. And also I'll break down what is essentially going to be a waste of time. So there are some budgeting myths that don't work. And the first one is skipping that coffee is not going to save you. I hate to say it, skipping the coffee, sacrificing your Starbucks, your Costa, whatever it is not going to save you. Small luxuries isn't the answer when rent and bills swallow about 80% of our incomes. People saying just buy cheaper brands. Again, that isn't necessarily going to save you because supermarkets basically shrink all the portions. So sometimes even the cheaper products, when you work it out on cost per gram or cost per litre, you actually end up paying the same, if not more. So you're getting an inferior product for effectively the same money. Get a second job. This is one that we all hear. I've been guilty of saying it myself. I do agree with getting a side hustle. I don't see that as being the same thing as getting a second job. Getting a second job may seem like a way out, but wages are so low and taxes are so high that probably even working two jobs isn't going to be enough. And you're just going to end up burning yourself out. You'll end up knackered, and that will then play into bad effect in other areas of your life. Obviously, finding out where you're overpaying and how to stop it. That's a pretty solid way to leverage the ability to save some money. You know, whether it's subscriptions that you've forgotten about, and we've all done this, or you let them run over time when you don't need them. Things like gym, Netflix, phone contracts. Audit yourself. Audit yourself maybe every 6 to 12 months. Cancel what you don't use and try and reduce the costs on things that you do. Just doing this one thing over the last 6 or 7 weeks has enabled me to pull back about £1,100 or £1,200 a year. And that's a real saving. There are grocery hacks that actually save money, things like yellow ticket reductions. I'm a massive fan of these. I've put a couple of videos out. I think on one trip, I can't remember now, it was a week or two back. I think I did 160 quid's worth of shopping. I paid about £40 for it. So yeah, I mean, that's massive. And these are name brand items as well that I got, not just the kind of value or basic range stuff. Things like council tax discounts. Make sure that if you're eligible for a reduction in your council tax, that you get it. It might also be worth checking the council tax rated value, or the rateable value, however you want to put it, of your property back in 1991. So council taxes obviously replaced what was effectively the poll tax in the 90s, and they took a account of all the properties that were built at that time or already built. They assigned them a band. Now, for some properties that came in after that banding, so newer properties mostly, it is possible that you've been put in the wrong council tax band. What you need to do is you need to check the check the council tax values of other properties on your street, i.e. your neighbours, specifically, properties that are the same size and same year as yours. That's basically where you start. And from that, you can work out what your council tax band should be based on the value of your property as it would have sat back in 1991. There are websites that can work this out for you. The government actually has their own portal where you can do it. But it is worth checking. You might find that you're a band D and you're paying, £230, £240 a month. You might be able to bring that down to a band C, which could mean a saving of about £50 a month. That's significant. That's about £600 a year. worth looking into if you've not already done it, or even if you're just unsure. So things like council tax discounts can be massive. We know that the government isn't coming to save us. We know that New Labour hasn't really got our best interest at heart. I don't care what they say. I don't care about the spin. Housing benefits are harder to claim than ever. I know a couple of people that are on benefits, and the hurdles they have to jump over and the paperwork they have to submit is quite ridiculous, to be fair. Energy bills, you don't really get support anymore. You know, if you've not got time to find cheaper suppliers, use a service like Money Supermarket or Compare the Market, or all of them, and play all of these off against each other. Do the same with your car insurance. Do the same with your mobile phone. Do the same with your broadband. You know, it's always worth seeing if you can eke any kind of saving out. Yes, it's a ball ache. Yes, you know, you only have to do it once a year. If you've got a Sunday afternoon, you can probably do all of them in one afternoon, and then it's done and dusted. So these are things that actually can help. We know that side hustles will help. We know that smart spending will help. We know that long-term money moves will help. However, in order to action a long-term money move like an investment, you need to free up some income to have the money to be able to invest. So let's level each other up. What are your thoughts on this? What are you doing at the moment to beat the rising costs and to claw income back, to be able to free up to spend or invest in other areas of your life? How are you finding it? Are you finding that it's a daily grind, that it's a struggle, that you're just keeping your head above water and you're waiting for that next big wave to come that will wipe you out? I'm really keen to find out. I know that my situation prior to Christmas was literally on a knife edge. In the last 6 or 7 weeks, it's been a lot of effort, a lot of hard work. And I've also obviously done 7 weeks worth of YouTube videos as well. But I have managed to free up not only a bit of my time, but also around £1,200 worth of yearly income. I don't plan to stop. I plan to keep going. I'm going to keep testing out side hustles. I'll find out what works, find out what doesn't. And I'll keep making videos and report. Anyway, YouTube's going to put a video up here somewhere. Have a look, check it out. You might like it. Like, follow, subscribe, all that jazz. And yeah, another video probably tomorrow. Goldman, peace out.